segment of The Verdict, I am going to interview a college professor who is going to talk to us about the challenges he faced with teaching 21st century learners. I'm here with Mr. Terrence Kelly, and I'm so happy that he has graced us with his presence. So, Mr. Kelly, how long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching since 1993 when I first got out of grad school, so it's 20 years this fall.
Oh, it's been a long time. Okay. What subject do you teach?
Started out with language arts, then high school English, then college English, and now humanities.
Mr. Kelly, can you tell us, is teaching challenging?
Yes, it is challenging because you're always trying to figure out what you have to do to reach students, and you're always trying to figure out what skill the students need to build upon, and that's always the challenge. And you gotta teach it to them, but they're not always convinced that that's what their challenge is to get the person to recognize his or her weakness.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
so are you saying that when students come to class, they don't realize that they have weaknesses?
Exactly.
Whatever to them is the norm.
They don't realize that certain mistakes they're making are mistakes. They think what they're saying or doing is correct because no one has stopped them to tell them it's incorrect.
Oh, he called somebody out.
That's how
so you're saying at the level that you get them, it's become habit forming.
Exactly.
Do you think educators need to be educated on how to teach 21st century learners?
Yes, because learners now are basically technologically savvy, and the world is more technological. So you pretty much have to adjust with society.
Do you think
if you want to or not?
Do you think some of the traditional teachers would be a little bit resistant?
Yeah, but what they would want to do is to embrace the technology and try to find a happy medium. Because
well, you know, some people are stuck in their ways,
that's
so
true.
there would never be
but
a happy
even with
medium.
some of the people learners being more technologically savvy, some of them are still kinesthetic learners, or they're still auditory learners, so they still need the type of instruction, traditional instruction, that technology doesn't provide.
Why is it so important to be able to know how to communicate with these students of this generation? Because when I went to school, we respected our teachers, and there was definitely a mindful divide between the two. You're the instructor, I'm the student, I respect you, I know my place, and you are in your place. So that's important.
Part is you need to know, first of all, you need to know the language of the learners, because they text speak and
I'm still trying to catch up on that.
Yeah, they do all that. But when you do that, you also got to remember that you're trying to teach them the norm, so to speak, what is widely acceptable. Because when they isolate themselves with their text messaging and instant messages and things like that, they're not really embracing, or they're not really participating fully in full society. That's just their little world.
Okay, so let me
but when you do that, you have to just remember that you're trying to expose them to more than the small little isolated world that they've created in their text.
Now, do you find yourself spending half a class period or maybe the entire class period correcting students?
I spend a good amount of time emphasizing the fact that they can't write like they speak. So it is a good amount of time. You cannot write like you speak. You cannot text, spell, or anything like that. And those are the types of things that they're doing now.
And you see a lot of that in the papers that you read?
No punctuation, a lot of abbreviations. And you have to remind them. In slang.
So whether you are faced with the challenge of managing classroom civility, connecting with your students, or just even being patient, I would like to remind you that you are in the position of power and you influence many. So I want to leave you with this one charge, and that is to transform lives one student at a time. And this is The Verdict.